Do I have to do like an intro, or I just start asking the questions?
You're the host. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
You can do an intro, or you can start asking questions. I've had some people
Well, it
just
sounds
like,
weird to just ask questions.
well, I've had some people like we don't talk about it right, and like I'll just sit down. I'll go, okay, whenever you're ready, and they just
They
do
just
an
start.
intro. They just
Okay.
no, they just do an intro. Like I didn't ask them to do an intro,
Right, right.
and they just so you
Oh,
can
I
do
see. Different people have different
yeah.
takes
So
on whatever.
yeah, some people are just like I'm like ask a question, and they just ask away. So
Okay.
whatever you want to do.
Okay. So Scott, I have some questions. I'm curious
All right.
to ask you, and I'll start out by asking you, what is one question you hate answering about yourself? And then there's a
Oh,
couple of ones underneath this that I might just to kind of give you some ideas to explore. What are you afraid of revealing? Does this make you feel vulnerable? Does your vulnerability make you feel unsafe? So I'm just going to read it one more time if you want me to.
yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, that gives you also time to stew on. Yeah, it's like a pretty,
I feel like my answer's gonna be so disappointing.
but it's just what your answer is. There's no judgment on what your answer is.
Okay. Do you want to read more?
Do you need me to read them more?
Read it again,
Okay.
just in case. Just
Okay,
in
I'll
case.
read it one more time.
Yeah.
What is one question you hate answering about yourself?
Okay.
What are you afraid of revealing? Does this make you feel vulnerable? A little vulnerable. Does your vulnerability make you feel unsafe? So, what is one question you hate answering about yourself?
Oh man. Okay. If anyone anyone meets me in person,
Yeah.
please, like you can still do this. Like I don't even want to say this out loud, but like I mean, I could go without answering questions about my tattoos.
Okay.
You know, I mean,
Okay.
forever.
But people are curious.
Yes,
It's
secure,
your
and
art.
I know, and I know.
Right.
That's why I say if for some reason, for whatever reason, you see this and then you
Yeah.
see me in person,
Right.
and you want to ask me a question, please ask me a question.
Right.
But what was the second?
What
Was
are
the
you
first?
afraid of revealing? Does this make you feel vulnerable?
It
Does
doesn't.
your vulnerability make you feel unsafe?
No, none of that.
Okay.
But when you said what am I afraid of revealing?
Yeah. What are you afraid of revealing?
I I think I'm afraid of revealing like. It's just not that interesting. Like I just don't think it's that interesting. You know what I mean?
So
Like
you think someone might think it's boring for your like a judgment of what that person thinks?
no, it's
Because you
just
said if not interesting to me means boring, doesn't it?
I guess I just you know I don't know. I'll just give this example. Like I mean, I have some like really dumb like tattoos. Right,
Okay.
and so it's like when when you go like, well, hey, what does that tattoo mean? You're like, well, it's the top part of a Pop Tart, and then people are like, why'd you get that? I'm like, because it's funny. You know what I mean? Like, how do you
Yes.
explain that? You know
That's
what I mean?
exactly how you explain it.
And
Yeah.
so like, however that person wants to think about that is
Right.
like whatever. But it just feels like it is fun to explain that, but
Right.
then also like. You know, sometimes like you get weird reactions or people are like, oh, I'd
Sure.
never do that. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. But we were talking about it on the podcast. Like,
Right.
you know, a lot of people are going to have opinions about what they think you should do.
Other people are always going to have opinions.
And you
about
have
that.
to make the decisions that you're okay
Right.
with.
That's right. It's
Right.
not their story to write.
Right. And so that's really kind of what it is. And so I think, you know, what am I afraid of revealing? I'm afraid of revealing that like whatever you think about my tattoos, like I really don't care.
Yeah.
Like, but not in a
Right.
mean way. Just like, but just
Right.
like they're not yours, they're mine. So
Right.
like that's why. Like you know what I
Right.
mean. Like you can have an opinion. You can go, they suck. It makes you ugly. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna.
Right. It
I,
doesn't
I would still
affect
do it.
you.
I'm still gonna do it the same way.
Right. Right.
And I'm still gonna be the same person. And oh, by the way, maybe you should learn to meet a person that has a lot of tattoos and see what
Right.
they're like.
Right.
Maybe they're cool,
Right.
right?
Right.
All right. What's the second question?
Okay. The second question is, what did you believe your purpose to be when you were a child? And then there's two like little bullet points of what is your life's purpose now and what changed between childhood and this point in your life. So did you believe that you had a purpose as a child, or were you just playing and not really thinking about your purpose of the future?
I genuinely feel like I didn't know what my purpose was until like most recently.
I feel that.
But like
Yeah,
I'm starting to think,
yeah,
would you say yours started somewhere around 45 and ended somewhere around 50?
probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that this is something that happens.
Yes.
No. And
You're
I have
right.
something to back it up. I think I could be totally butchering this, but
Yeah.
like Carl Jung,
Yeah.
the philosopher, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
psychologist, whatever he was.
Yeah.
He said in that 45 to 50 year is when everything comes together
Right.
of like your conscious or something and
Right.
whatever.
Right.
And I just really feel like that it just kind of happened that way. And I don't know if that's like everybody, but that's what it feels like
Right.
to me.
It's a culmination of all your experiences at almost 50, and then you look back and go, okay, what am I doing with my life and where do I want to go?
And so then like you go, okay, so what do I think my purpose is? Like it sounds so like simple, but I really believe it's like to try to find my best way to serve others when the opportunity is given to me.
That's great.
Right? Like
That's a great purpose.
because then, and if I can do it inside my job, great.
Right.
If I can do it inside a podcast, great.
Right.
If I could do it inside a convenience store, great.
Right.
Right.
We do it all the time.
If you do it all the time, great.
Yeah.
Right? Because like I know that like it's not a me, it's a we, and like this is gonna make everybody better.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so no matter how you show up, I'm gonna show up like this.
Right.
You know, and so hopefully that has more influence. You know.
Right.
But like I don't know. Like when I was a kid, I just wanted to be a stand-up comedian. That's it. And my parents were like, it's like you can't do that. You have to go like to college. Like you gotta go get a job. Like you know
Right.
what I mean. Like you can't be a stand-up comedian.
Programming. Come on. Why you want
Or,
to? Yeah.
or
exactly.
work on an oil rig or whatever it
go
is.
be a cook.
You know, right? But then
Yeah.
it's kind of like I go to college and then I just became a personal trainer anyway.
Yeah.
So I might as well just become a stand-up comedian. I should have skipped the whole, you know what I mean? Like, if I was going to get one of these, a job outside the norm, I guess, kind of,
Right.
whatever that is. But anyways,
But what does that even?
it means nothing.
It means
It look,
yeah, it doesn't.
I think about this that, and we kind of talked about this, that my daughter likes to sing.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe at some point she plays an instrument or something like that. Or,
Right.
you know, maybe she's just like a backup singer for somebody on a tour. Or,
Right.
or maybe she covers music for children's books.
Right.
Or maybe she's a music teacher or she's a
Right.
singing teacher.
Right.
Like, what if she can do that? She loves it and she can do it as her job.
Yeah.
And that's her passion and purpose.
Right.
And she accepts the financial that comes along with it.
Right.
Whether it be like working with somebody that's really famous and getting paid a lot of money, or
Right.
just being a singing coach for high school kids,
Right.
or whatever it is.
Right.
And as long as you're cool with all that, then I think your life's going to be pretty good. But I think
Right.
most of the time, we can't do our passion and purpose and take the salary that comes along with it.
Right.
But when you accept the salary of your passion and purpose, like I think
Right.
that's where like your life gets like really good.
Right.
You know?
I agree. I mean, I accepted being a cook all over the United States, and that doesn't pay well, but eventually you work up to a place where you're like, oh no, I'm a badass. So
Yeah.
I don't accept anything less than what, you get to a place in your training career where and you've done all this stuff and you're like, okay, this is what I deserve.
Well, you know, like I really got into a place in my career where I realized, because this will make sense to you, that like, you know, this whole thing just ain't about the physical part of your body,
Absolutely.
right? It's the whole thing. And so if I don't start treating the whole thing, what am I really doing for
Yeah.
people? It's kind of like, you know, like we were taking a break and you were like, we didn't even talk about me doing culinary, you know? And I thought what was so great is you were like, it totally makes sense. I'm a nutritionist.
Right.
So, and then I'm going to be a cook. That's perfect, right?
Right.
And it's like, I was a personal trainer And then like I get to be like a coach.
Yeah.
Like and so like the under base of what I do is based in this really
Right.
solid thing
Right.
that makes this other thing like way greater,
Right.
you know? I
Right.
think.
It's like the basket and the fruit.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the
It's like
basket, yeah, the basket.
fits.
Yeah. Okay, what's your last question?
Well, what is your life's purpose now?
Oh. Well, I mean, I think like serve others. But I
Oh
get
yeah, you asked that. You did answer that
yeah,
already.
but
Yeah.
I guess I get to do that as my job, right?
Yeah.
After being in health for like 25 like plus years, like I think I'm finally doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is
Right.
like sounds crazy,
No, it makes complete sense.
right? But like, you know, like it doesn't mean that I wasn't good at the moments along the way,
Yeah.
but it just means I'm finally in the space that is what I was supposed to be
Right.
doing,
Right.
which like is like, oh man, that's really
Right.
cool.
Feels good.
Yeah, 100%.
What changed between your childhood and this point in your life?
You know, maybe if we're lucky, we only have like a handful of like ground shaking moments in our life that we really have to like overcome these huge obstacles. For some people, it feels like it's more. For some people, it feels like maybe it's less. But like, I had a moment in my life that like just shook my reality of like what I'm really in control of and what I'm not.
Yeah.
And in the moment where you like, I think you said it like, you know, you just have to let all control go. Like, I mean, you have to. The universe is telling you you're not in control of this.
Right.
So you can try to ride it
Right.
like a bronc, like a
Right.
bull, or you can
Right.
just like let go.
Right.
You know, and be, I guess, like be one with the bull. I don't know,
Right.
something like that, right? And
Yeah.
so, like, that moment taught me that kind of, again, something you were saying on the podcast, like, you know, like you figured that out. Like,
Right.
I had no choice but go through it, and I figured it out.
Right.
So I think I can figure out other shit too. Like, I think I can figure out more stuff. I don't think I was giving myself enough credit for what I could actually figure out.
Yeah.
I was basing what I could figure out based on what people had told me or who I was.
Right.
You're the kind of person that can't do blank and blank and blank.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, I guess
Right. If you
I'm
listen to everybody
I'm
else.
irresponsible. I'm whatever. And then I realized like, well, I'm almost 50. I got this far.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
I must know something.
Right.
And so then I was like, oh, I can trust myself. I think that was a big change in the
Yeah.
last like 5 years of like
Yeah.
really trusting
Right.
who I am.
Right. And your decisions that you're
Yeah,
making.
and that I'm a good person, and
Right.
that I work hard at that.
Right.
And
You're a good dad.
I'm a good dad and stuff like, you know
Good
what I mean?
partner.
Like, yeah, but I think,
Yeah.
you know, something great that she does is she confirms a lot that I'm doing the right stuff
Right.
with her words and actions.
Right.
And I really appreciate that. I think
Yeah.
that means I'm doing my job.
Right.
Right. You know what I
That's
mean?
sweet. That
Yeah.
sounds really sweet.
Thanks.
Okay, so this is like the final questions. Main question is, what do you want out of life? And the leading question after that is, what initial step can you take to move toward the life that you want to live? And a few other things like, how do the people in your circle impact how you live? And how do the material things in your life impact how you live? And are you living life authentically? And that's a whole bunch in one. However you want to answer that, or I can repeat those.
Okay.
There's a lot.
Yeah, it was. I was like, wow. I'm trying to.
But it says like, what do you want out of life?
Okay, so let's go. We'll
We'll go one at a time.
Yeah, we'll go one time. What do I want out of life?
Yeah.
This might be honest, right? Like if I answer this question another like a year from now, I'd probably maybe even have a different answer.
Yeah.
You know, it might change.
Sure.
But I think at this moment and what I want out of life is it would be really nice if people could understand there's a different way to communicate than what we do, right? Like there's a different way to talk to people and treat people, stuff like
Sure.
that than the way we do.
Right.
Like that would be really cool because like that's what I'm teaching my daughter.
Yeah.
And when she goes out in the world and the world doesn't give that back to her and I have to explain why the world
Right.
doesn't give that back,
Right.
it, you know, there'll come a point where she's going to be like, well, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep on giving this out.
Right.
You know what I mean? And having to explain that it's not about what you're receiving.
Right.
It's about what you're giving and how that impacts
Right.
others to maybe what they give and things
That's
like that.
right.
Like it's the vibration that you're
Right.
putting out.
Right.
And like, it would make my job a lot easier
Yeah.
if people could just do that automatically,
Right.
you know? What was the second part?
How do people in your circle impact how you live?
Oh man, my little circle is like my circle. I mean, like, I'm so grateful that Aaron gives me the space to do this thing and is supportive and like all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. I'm so grateful that that my daughter is supportive in the way that she is supportive
Mhm.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, everything that I do has them in mind, meaning that like obviously if something comes up with them, they're always first. Like
Right.
this is not necessary, you know, wait, this podcasting is not my job. What was the question again? I feel like
It says, how
oh,
do
okay.
the
Yeah,
people
yeah. So, okay, I got it. So, I just forgot for a moment. So,
Hmm.
because they're the most important thing, they always like kind of have to come first, right? So,
Right.
I make a like. I think there's another part on there where it says, "What are the
How
material?"
do the material things in your life impact how you live?
Okay, so I'll give you this. I'll tie those two together.
Okay.
So, before my daughter was born, my sneaker collection was much
Oh
bigger.
yeah, we were just talking about your sneakers.
Yeah, it was a lot bigger,
Right.
right? And then you realize that private school is expensive. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. Like you realize that like there's other stuff I want to do with my money that I want to do with her and
Right.
stuff like that. So I really, you know, it could my sneaker collection could still be smaller, and I'm always working towards that, right? But I brought incredible amount of awareness, got rid of an incredible amount of shoes, right? Because is where it's something I love to do and it's a hobby and like I'm gonna keep doing it. I have to keep them in mind. It would be like if I was like an addict of anything.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? If I
Right.
was just blowing all, I'm
You're
blowing all,
scaling down.
yeah. But if I was just like blowing her school tuition on shoes and like things like
Right.
that, like
Right.
money and put us way into debt,
Right. Right.
right? Like that would be totally irresponsible. So I go,
Right.
what can I be responsible? How can I be responsible about
Right.
this and be something I love to do? Show her a good example of that responsibility and stuff.
Right.
So that's just kind of it's like all my decisions. Like think of them first.
Yeah. I love that. It's so beautiful.
What was the last thing?
Are you living authentically?
I mean, I think unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. Fortunately.
No, fortunately for me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think sometimes for other people, no, you're good. Just because I think that I don't know, this has changed in the last 5 years where I'm just like, I don't have time to bullshit
Yeah.
and fuck around anymore.
Right. Right.
Right? Like if there's something we need to say, if there's something that we need to do, if there's something we need to solve and sew it up, let's have a conversation about it. Let's come to a compromise. Let's figure out how we can both win
Yeah.
and let's move forward because
Yeah.
I don't have time for this.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Honest, authentic conversations.
Yeah. And I think that, again, there's always a way to deliver hard messages and things to make it more palatable and to people receive it better and to hear your needs and your
Right.
wants and stuff like that,
Right.
right? And I don't know. I think it's super important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you're doing it. I feel like you're living 100% in your heart. It's really beautiful to see, Scott.
Thanks. I mean, I don't. Okay, so before we leave,
Mhm.
okay, so you tell me what you think.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't seen me in 25 years.
Yes.
Am I different? Am I the same? Is it better? Is it worse? Is it weirder? I mean, now you do see me on the
That's a
internet,
good
so you kind of
question.
know what I'm doing. It's not like you haven't not seen me.
Right.
But what is your evaluation? I don't know what word to look
Well, first of all, I think it's really beautiful to see you and your family unit. It's really sweet to see how you are with your daughter. Like I got to experience that in the car and how you speak to her and she gave me a bunch of stickers and your partner's so accommodating and sweet. So that's cool to see this new dynamic, right? And you've aged really well. Like you look amazing.
Thanks.
You got you just have such good style. Like I love your style.
Thank you.
And just your life has you're just like doing more of the things that you love and starting new things that are different and unique and so special. So I think I'm sitting here with you doing this thing that is so helpful for me on my journey. And so it's just really beautiful to see the synergistic side of you, because the other side of you I knew is like my trainer, is like this person. And now I feel like 25 years has passed, and now it just feels like, oh, here we are in this like new chapter
Yeah.
and reconnecting, and it's just, yeah, it's wild. It's beautiful.
I also think that the guy that you knew 25 years ago, I'm pretty sure when you told him you're going to Taiwan, in his head, he was like, she's crazy. Right? You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I wasn't,
It wouldn't have been able to.
I hadn't traveled at that
Right.
point. I hadn't gone anywhere.
Right.
And then shortly after that, I went to China,
Yeah.
and that just blew my mind.
Right.
And then, do you remember Tom? Do you remember my friend Tom? Is okay. You don't have to. He was one of my clients, but he's also
Yeah.
he's a mentor, right?
Right.
He moved to Budapest,
Oh, wow.
and so I've gone to visit him,
Oh, wow. I've always wanted to go there. I have
right?
friends
And
out
so
there.
it's kind of like, it's like once you get exposed, you understand,
Yeah.
and the world is so much bigger and better and cooler, and you're like, yeah, like you should go like see all that,
Right.
and I think that's part of what changed me too.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like traveling,
Right.
um,
Opens
traveling,
you up.
tragedies,
Right.
right?
Traveling and tragedies.
Right?
Yeah.
And then some other T word that would sound really cool right there. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
But
It's
anyways,
true.
but yeah, like I appreciate that. And I also think that like, I mean, yeah, like, man, you probably only saw this really rigid person because
Yeah.
at that time I was kind of a rigid
Right.
person.
Right.
It's also so weird that like, okay, fair, you can see why me and Aaron kind of get along.
Yeah.
Back then, we dated for a
Yeah.
short period of time,
Yeah.
and we did not get along
Oh.
because I was that
Oh,
very rigid
yes, I see what
person,
you're saying. Yeah.
right?
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't doing what you were doing, which was like looking to try to find how to live authentically. I was still taking the advice of everyone else,
Right.
right?
Mm,
Which I think
yeah.
that you kind of stopped
And
doing that, but you
Yeah.
signed the checks on your life, so
Right.
you better be doing what you want to do,
Right.
right?
Right. It's your life.
Yeah.
It's your world. It's
That's what Bon
your
Jovi said.
perception. It's yes.
Yeah.
Fun. That's so fun to
Well-
ask these questions and to, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Got sidetracked by your puppet up there.